Good morning, guys. We're here, Fullerton again. It's Friday morning, 6:35. We're gonna get started. He's got the place opened up. We bought some more paint there. All right, Al, can you hold that?
Sure.
Only joking, guys. They're empty. Alright, let's get this done. Alright, guys, back to Fullerton. 6:30 in the morning. Alright, guys.
Let's get going.
Let's get going. Let's get to work. You got the heater on for your mom?
The doors are open in the front.
I'm gonna go out there.
Okay, let's go. Hey, guys, let's go see what they did here. First of all, there's a screen. I don't know what this screen is out for, what they did. Did they work under here or something? Open that up. This is where
Go out the window?
That's how we can get up there. Okay, they moved our towel. Did they fix this?
Just see if it's holding.
Good towel. They're still holding water.
Oh, that's just wiring them shit.
What?
It's all wet.
Oh, really? Okay, I wonder if they fixed the leak. Throw a towel under there and let's see. Why is this screen off?
Come on, come on.
I'll just give it a little blast. Ready? Ready?
Yeah, water coming out.
Okay, they didn't fix shit. I thought maybe they fixed it because the screen is out. I'm gonna ask Brandon. Let's see what else. Did they do anything special?
They fixed the shower.
Huh?
They fixed the shower.
They fixed the shower? Oh yeah. Look at that. They fixed the shower, she said. Yeah, they fixed the shower. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. They put the stuff there, so we're good. I don't know what this is for, but put it in your mouth. Let's go see over here.
Shower heads.
Oh, here's another one. I'll put one of mine. Oh, they put the extended shower arms. Look. Okay. All right. Can't say nothing bad about that. Hey, Benny. Do they have another? There you go. Over here, everything looking good. All right. Okay, guys. Alicia is going to get started on the faucets. Vinny, can you go get your plumbing bag? Oh, you got it. Okay, Alicia's job today is going to do the 2 faucets. And me and Vinny are going to work on the drain, I guess. I thought maybe they did some work because they had the screen off, and I thought maybe they were working on the outside and something I hadn't seen. All right, guys, before we tear open this, I'm going to go outside and see. I believe it's a stucco wall. One of our subscribers, got me thinking that he had mentioned that if I believe what he was saying is if there was another room on the other side, interior, that I would have been able to break that out through the back and then move it over, which would have been a great idea. I might have had to go a little bit higher, but not much. But there is a wall that comes here, stucco, so I don't think I want to be up there. But yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. But with that being said, I'm going to keep that in mind for next time. All right, well, I'm going to get to work here. I was wondering why this screen was off and the light bulbs that were over there are out here. Did they say anything? Did they do anything? You still have the leak underneath the sink and it's still holding water, as you can see. I just thought maybe they had done something or worked on it or something. Okay, even though we left these things here,
I need to put my
she's having to cut.
connection there, see?
Oh, I thought that was for this.
No.
Okay, she's working on her connection
This is drywall
on the
right here.
where they cut it off. Look how far back they cut it. They really cut that far back. Okay, guys, she's working on the drain is what she's working on. No, it's okay. It's way back there. I can see your picture. Yeah, okay, too bad. We can get a boot on it. I bought a repair boot. Or you can glue on the threads. I've got both.
I'm gonna glue the one with the threads.
Okay, so, all right, well, let me know when you do things so I can get it on video, okay? Thank you. Smile. 6:30 in the morning, no makeup. She still looks good. She never puts makeup on. Let me see. See what they did here, guys? Hey. What they did, guys, was they hacked up the wood and did this big ass hole on the bottom, but not enough on the top. So she's opening up the top just a little bit, but they did the bottom. They missed, I guess they put a big hole and they missed it. So the top was too low. You can see where she raised the top up a little bit. And then we're gonna see what we can do to clean that and patch it up and make it look nice. Okay guys, she's got it opened up. Okay guys, I think what we're gonna do here is Vinny's gonna bore a hole right to the side here, being real careful. Go through the wood and then we'll tap through the drywall. Then we can maybe get a camera in there and take a look and see what's going on, and before we make a plan. But with that being said, if we cut a hole, we cut it small enough so we can put a door plate over it to cover the hole. That way it'll look nice, but I have a funny feeling we'll probably be going this way. I don't want to go on the outside at the stucco, because I don't want the city coming by and the next thing you know, it's not that we need anything for this, it's just a little repair, but the building's got a lot of upgrades and I don't know if they've been permitted, and I don't want to bring in the city for no reason, you know what I mean? So I'd rather do it from in here, but we're going to just put a hole in the wood and then knock out the drywall because there's pecs, and see if we can see what's going on at that pipe. This wall had time to dry. Let's look at it. Man, that wall is impeccable. You can see all the other patches around here. See those blemishes right there, over there, over there, over there. People just don't put forth their best. When I got my license 30-something years ago, a lot of us contractors had a lot of pride in what we did. And I don't like what I did here, but they didn't want a plate there. They weren't going to have the box moved here and then some plate here. They just weren't going to have it. And so I didn't like doing it, but then I felt good by at least putting their junction box, and they know it's right there. Most likely they'll never have to get into that. We really wired it that good. you know, pre-twisted, used the best wire nuts, taped it all off, you know, the whole 9 yards. This I wasn't, but you know, it is what it is. But we have a lot of pride in our work. I still do, and I'm trying to teach Vinny to be the same way. He's new. He's only been doing all this shit. Yeah, he's been an electrician for 7 years, but and a union at that. So, you know, you don't get much experience as a union electrician because everything is new, no troubleshooting. He can put in those big boxes, bend conduit, pull wire, but, you know, he can work out some of the formulas. But with that being said, residential is a whole different ballgame, guys. And so, you know, I'm teaching him to take pride in his work, just like I do. But the contractors today, you know, it's just a whole different breed. And even the crowd was different back then. But now it seems like anybody can get a contractor's license and do what they want. Kind of sad. I mean, contractors, 30-some years ago, you say you're a contractor, that held a lot of water. And now it's like, what, contractor? What, are you a thief? Or are you a swindler? You know, it's really gotten bad. And more so because you can tell because they raised our bonds. Our bonds, I think, started off at $5,000. Now we're at $25,000 or something. And that means that, you know, the cost of materials are going up. So they do raise the bond. But that means there's also probably a lot of activity with these bonds as well. So, you know, who knows? Guys, he's going to open up a little hole in there. And he's going to be careful. And we're going to do a little investigation. Okay, guys, he's covering an open water line. Really good. He's putting 2 bags on it in case there's a hole, just to keep shit from going in there. Alright, we'll let him drill that and then we'll take a look. Alright, guys. We got Alicia going to town in there. See what she's up to after. He got through the wood. Now, he doesn't want to run his hole saw into the drywall because there's PEX back there and who knows what else. He doesn't want that drill bit to hit anything. At the same time, he could take the drill bit off and just run it in. But even if there's some PEX laying against that wall and he nicks it with this, we're screwed. So it's better he just knocks out the drywall with a hammer. So that's what he's doing under there, just tapping it. Alicia was noticing that these things here have set screws. So after you thread it up, then to keep it from coming loose, you tighten these set screws. Just make sure those are backed out enough.
Oh yeah.
That way, you know what I mean?
Right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Go a little bit less. That way it doesn't rub on the washer.
Yeah.
And then you can just, that gives it some, oh, I see what it does. It tightens it. It's not to keep it from turning.
No.
What it does is you tighten it up to the max.
Yeah.
And then you put the set screw and it pushes that washer up and gives us some extra agility there.
That's right. Okay.
Well, Vinny seems to think that it's leaking at the vent, the top part, because it's holding water. If it wasn't holding water, it would probably maybe go down. And the contractor that was here yesterday wanted to fix it, but Brandon told him not to. Wanted us to look at it. And the guy said, well, it's probably because it's holding water because he knows he probably didn't glue the vent. You got to glue the vent, guys. Because if water backs up and comes up, it's going to leak every time. I hope it wasn't a shortcut rather than a mistake. So Vinny could hear it when I ran it a few seconds ago. He could hear the air sucking through the pipe. So he's going to open it up a little more and then he's going to stick that camera in there and take a look, or a mirror. Okay, guys, it's leaking way above. It looks like there's a coupling going to the vent, and it's leaking at the coupling.
Alright, you want to just tap it once, see how high it's up?
Sure, yeah, you ready? Ready?
Yeah, it appears to be above the electrical.
What?
Above the electrical. Look. Come look at my screen. You see that line?
Uh-huh.
You click it.
Uh-huh. Okay, I need to know how high it is because if it's
I can
high...
double tape measure it out.
Well, I want you to actually shove that thing in there and try to find the hole. And then we know if we have to break the stucco or if we have to get under the sink. So,
See, I can't see. That's my camera reflection off that, right?
right. Guys, I'm going to help him out with this camera, and we're going to see what he can see with it. We'll get back to you. Okay, guys, I think this camera here, just the lens is way too small. Because we want to know how high up it is. Because if it's up high, we got to go on the stucco. If it's down low, we'll go through the cabinet. But this little camera isn't doing so good. So then he's going to go get his sewer camera. Well, you know, the sewer camera will go up, but it's flexible. It's like this, so it may not do as good. But we could also just open up another hole above that hole right there. We can open up another hole there and go up higher, but it is above that. When you turn on the garbage disposal, especially when it's holding water. Now, if it wasn't holding water, it probably wouldn't leak. But when it will leak is if somebody's doing their dishes and they got water in here, then they pull the plug, they turn on the garbage disposal, then it will leak. So it should be fixed. Because every time it isn't fixed, because if they don't fix it, every time somebody runs water, a sink full of water, and hit the garbage disposal to clear it out, the lady down below is getting water all over her shit down there in the garage. All right, bro, what you got going on here? She doesn't have it. She's just got it. She's just got it fitted is all, because we're gonna put a cover on that thing over there.
Right.
But she's got it all dry fitted. Looks good, y'all. Real good. Maybe I can give you that plate and we can put a hole saw on it. But the problem is the nut is going to be, how do we cover that? Guys, we're going to talk about what we're going to do with that. Okay, guys, we know what we're going to do. That nut is riding too far in. Right, point your finger to it. I'm going to get a picture. So we're going to extend. We're going to get a coupling ABS and put a coupling on it and bring the ABS out further. And then we can put a sleeve over it to cover the hole. Hey guys, I got something to show you. I think they worked on the wrong pipe. You see where the wall is right here? Okay, you've got your load bearing beam right here. Right there, you see that? That's your load bearing beam. You see the water down here, and you can see it's leaking. This is the wall right here, the stucco wall. Your kitchen cabinet sits right here, like that. Your drain goes from here. It looks like it's shooting over and does some kind of a loop or maybe, but it's leaking there because we found the leak. We know it's in the vent pipe above the sanitary T, but it's not that high up past it. But they went over here and look at this nasty ass patch. They went ahead and thought it was in here and replaced something. You can see this drywall hasn't been touched. And there's your leak. You can see the water running right now as we speak. But they did something in here like 6 feet away from where the area was. Okay guys, she's making her little extension here. Let me get a picture of that. Hold that up so I can get a picture of it. Okay guys, she's gonna stick that into the wall, and that's gonna be much better. Look at that. Let me get a picture of that. All right, thank you, Alicia. Good job. Make sure that paper rolls up the wall a little bit. Thank you.
I will put the tape on that.
Good, thank you. All right, guys, she's got that all done. Don't move, Elle. Oh, that looks good. Did a great job. Oh, you put tape under there and everything.
Yeah, everything is done. See?
Cool, thank you. Okay, Vinny found it. It's a 90. It's up above. He found it with a mirror, but we're trying to get the management. Vinny found it with the mirror, but we're going to try to get some video of it for the management so they don't think we're full of shit when we break out their stucco. Okay guys, let's see what we got here.
your 90.
Where? Is that a 90? Oh yeah, it is, huh? Okay, let me just, can you hold this? Can you hold this?
Oh, I'm gonna try to steer it in there.
Oh, I know, I'll get Alicia. Ellie!
Here,
Babe, come and hold this camera. I'm gonna need 2 videos.
I know.
Okay,
just,
so.
you know, it's a flexible head right there.
Okay, Ellie, please come here.
Is that open? Is that a crack?
Where?
Let me flop it. Right there.
Oh, it's cracked. I knew it. They pulled on that son of a bitch. Yeah, they pulled on it. Can you hold this for me? Right here. We don't even need to run. I'll just blast it a little bit.
Yeah, then we might not get good footage on water might sit on the head, so you might want to take.
Okay, let me take a picture of that first of all. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get out of this video. It's cracked right here, guys. See that big crack right there?
Watch this.
You can see it's cracked
There.
right there.
You can see the separation.
Yeah, right there. Right, Benny? Look at that.
No, it's completely off. Look, there's no pipe connecting to it.
Oh, it's broke off.
And then there's your pipe right there. Back.
So where's the other piece at?
Hold on, let me try flipping it. See, it's off, broken.
Okay, we're going to explore this a little more, guys. We're wondering where the piece... Maybe it just fell off when they pulled on it, when they fixed the pipe.
Well, that looks like the little metal... That's
yeah,
like
they jerked it is what they did. I knew exactly what they did. Okay,
Here,
let me get... Okay, let me get out of this for YouTube, and we'll get one for the management. Brandon, bad news. It's cracked. They tore the whole piece off. See this? It's hard to see, but this is your pipe, the center of your pipe. This, you can put your finger in there. They broke it because they were probably working this end right here, showing the other piece. This piece right here goes down to where they were pulling on. This is the pipe that they were working on. And they were probably cutting it. And when they were cutting it, they were trying to break it apart, twist it, wiggle it, and they snapped it completely off. Show them where the other end. That end is right there. There's 3 inches. This thing was pulled, pull it down. This nipple right here, there's a nipple. That nipple is about 3 inches away from there. So when they were working on it, trying to get it off, they were probably couldn't get their saw in the right position, and they were just trying to left, right to break off whatever they could. But you can see it here. That's 3 inches apart. Wow, man, that's on the 90. Okay, guys. Look how much it's been pulled. There's your nipple right there. That nipple belongs right up to there. See? Right there. 3 inches away at most. They were probably trying to cut that piece in the ceiling, and they couldn't get their knife or their blade where they needed to, and they're twisting and pulling and jerking it loose. All right.
No, what's the cover you're going to use for the wall before I open my plan?
Oh, okay. Let's go work that out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We measured it. It's about right here. So we're going to have to break it from the stucco. That's probably where it's going to have to go. Okay, guys. Vinny's going to set up for surgery. We figure instead of snaking it now over here, we can probably snake it from the outside once we get it opened up. Maybe. So we're going to wait on the snaking because it's holding water. But anyway, this needed a good charge. I'm glad we got it out and charged it. All right, guys. Vinny's going to get all his tools. All right, guys. Let's go see what Vinny's doing here. I better put this phone down. He's going gentle, guys, because we don't want to go through it and end up... He's starting with his demolition point. Huh? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Anyway, he's starting. Show him what you're starting. He's starting first with his demolition point, and then he'll go to his flat point and go from there. Yeah, that's the flat point. Demolition point, flat. And that you use the demolition to break through, and then you use your flat point to widen the hole. Okay, guys. You see how he's breaking the stucco, but not punching through the black paper. You don't want to do that. you want to make sure you keep the black paper intact. So you break the stucco wherever you need it, keep as much black paper intact, cut the chicken wire, fold the black paper back. Then when you're all done with your repair, you put your new paper underneath their paper up on top and your paper over the top of their paper. That way, if water gets in through a window or something, it runs down the black paper over theirs on top of ours, and then ours is over the existing, so it keeps running down. It's a, you know, overlap situation. Okay guys, let's see what she's doing under there. What are you doing? Oh, she come up with something good. I gave her the keys to my van and look what she found. Let me see how your head's in the way. Oh, that looks sweet. Thank you, Alicia. Real professional. Welcome. There we have it, right there, guys.
Do you think I have to trim a little more?
They pulled that son of a bitch good, didn't they? Yeah, you might have to trim just a little.
I'm gonna put a rag on that so I can get more in there.
Yeah. You can force it back. Well, what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna cut this coupling off, put a coupling here and a coupling over here, right? A 90. Take a 90, glue in some.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right.
Right? Mm-hmm. You could even, you can't leave that. So I would just cut it down here, right here, and then cut it wherever you want. And let's put a couple boots. Yeah.
I'll cut it right here. No,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to put a piece on right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to expose right here.
Yeah.
And do you say a little higher?
Yeah, I would say a little higher.
Do you think I'll be able to just slide it in?
Yeah, you might be able to. You could wait on that.
Okay.
That way, keep it as small as possible.
Yeah, I don't want to get near here.
We have some stucco on the truck, right? I do. We'll stucco it today. Huh? I do. I have a box of stucco.
Yeah, I do too. I think I have stucco.
Yeah, I have stucco. Your mom can stucco it today and get it done.
Do you have black paper?
Okay, guys, I gotta go to Home Depot and give Vinny some black paper and shit. Well, that turned out nice. She did a good job. Look at that.
Alright guys, so here's my 90 inch and a half. I'm gonna have to open this up more so I can get more meat or pipe to cut. Over here, this is what I'm gonna replace it with. This is in there, I've already marked it. It's gonna be halfway. So I'm going to at least keep this much of a nipple. I'm gonna cut it here. And then I'm gonna slide this one on over here and then close it in. So I'm gonna pre-cut that. Do the same thing to over here, put just a little nipple, and then slide it down on the piece that I cut. Or technically, actually, I'm gonna be cutting more on here. So what I'll be doing is, once I get this on here, I'll measure the distance right there, get a nipple inside, and then get it flush with each other, and then I'll slide this probably up here and then down. So this piece will be a lot longer than that. Alright guys, so I cut this pipe right here and this one right here. I'm gonna line it up. I'm gonna put this baby on in here, tighten it, line it up onto this one, and then measure the distance from here to the bottom of the 90. And I'll cut that piece, glue it in, and slide it on that, or another one I mean. That one right here. And then I'll slide it down, and we should be done with the fix.
Alright guys, we're going to try to snake it from up here. And I asked them if they wanted to clean out. They don't want one because the wall doesn't have one for the other one. Anyway. We're gonna try to snake it from here. So let's see if we can get it rather than take the sink apart. We're gonna go with the small one here. Hey guys, they blew this thing apart, didn't they? Look at it. Broke it. They were working on that pipe right in the garage. They said that there was a leak in one of the pipes or couplings like this down below, and they were probably trying to cut it, wiggling it hard, not hold. That's why I tell Vinny, whenever you're cutting ABS pipes, to back it up. You know, grab a hold of that fucking pipe and make sure it doesn't move when you're cutting it. You know, always back your shit up. When you don't back your shit up and it wiggles around, this is what you get. So, anyway. I can do that. I need to get him a foot pedal for this guy. I have one that I was using for both my snakes, and I have it on my truck. I'm gonna have to get him his own.
Alright, go on. I just hit it right there.
Cool. Go a little deeper. Go a couple feet. Run the water, Al. Is it backing up or going? What's it doing?
That's good.
Draining?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. Wipe your thing off. Here's your towel. Don't put it back wet.
Oh, there you go.
Run it out. That way you can wash the snake off as it. Just let it run. I'm gonna go down in the garage and make sure there's no more leaks. You know what I mean? Make sure that who knows what they do. Who knows that they even fixed it right? Who's to say? All right, I'm gonna run down. Hey, Al, give me the remote over there on the ledge.
What are you gonna do?
The remote control over there. And just let this water run for a while. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna go in that lady's garage and make sure nothing's running. Good job, Vinny.
But be honest.
Hey, don't forget to torque it, Vinny. Oh, good torque.
Alright, ciao.
Yeah. Get that done. It's not leaking, guys, but of course I know it isn't because the water was stopped off holding water, and then when you turn on the garbage disposal, it pushes that water up and out, as you saw in the video. Now what we're going to do, as soon as he puts that band on, I'm going to fill the sink up to the top, and then I'm going to have Alicia pull the plug and turn on the garbage disposal to make sure nothing leaks. Hey, Allie, could you start filling that up? I don't know where the plug is for it. Maybe underneath.
I don't think they left it.
They didn't leave the plug? No. Wow. Okay, shove a rag in it. Something, there's a wet towel already over there if you want to use it. Oh, wait. Here. I don't know if that's enough. There's more. I just want to make sure that everything is dry.
3 inches.
What's that? Oh. Let me get a picture of that. Thank you, son. He marked it so he knows where the half point is. He did that pretty good without a lot of damage to the wall. All right, snug that little screws up, and let's test it, man. really nothing to test, to be honest with you guys, but you got to test it. That's right. Hear that? Hear that torque click? Not yet. Torque it. Ah, there you go. All right. Okay, Allie, let the water rip, but turn on the garbage disposal at the same time, but don't let your rag go down there. Or if you want, go. Yeah, I can hear the water come up a little bit. It splashes up.
How's that?
Beautiful. Fill it up though. I'm gonna give it one long one. I'm gonna. He doesn't need to. He can start buttoning it up, I'm sure. I just want to give it one full thing to check for leaks underneath as well, for all the plumbing underneath. We don't know how well they did, so I'm gonna fill it up and check their leaks, their plumbing. So, all right, that looks really good. Let's see if I can get a picture there. Hold on, guys. All right, Vinny, go ahead and get the black paper fixed. Tuck underneath, over the top, down underneath here if you can. Fold your chicken wire. I have some more chicken wire if you need it. I'll get you the black paper. I had to buy a big roll. I'll just leave it for the contractor and say, hey, this is your material, buddy. Not mine. I won't use it for a while. All right, I'll go get the paper for you. Okay, guys, filling it up. That way I can check their plumbing as well. So we'll fill it up, let it rip, make sure there's whatever. Look, it's not locked.
Can we loosen that over the back?
No, just lock it. Fucking amateurs, You can go open one more. There it is. You got it. Perfect. Good job. Those fucking guys don't know shit, do they?
Well, the problem is that sometimes it starts evaporating and the drain.
Yeah, and then it falls.
In place and
Yeah, and it falls. Yeah. All right, pull the plug, Alicia. Get the thing. And by the way, they took the plug for that. There's no plug. Let it rip. Let me see. Let's check for these. Check ours and theirs. Let me get to this side. Draining good. Go ahead and turn it off. Boy, he snaked the shit out of it too. He snaked it from the main. Like when we cut the vent, snaked it right from the vent. Alright, doing really good. Okay, shut the water off. I'll go make sure downstairs everything is dry. Look at that thing. Okay, there she goes. When you have two drains, you get faster because you have one for airflow. When you only have one drain, there's not as much airflow. You know what I mean? Look at that. Beautiful. Good enough. Okay, guys, everything's nice and dry. The water's drying up. This is where it was. Not the shit on the left, but over here. That's been a puddle for all day. It's kind of rusted. This is where it was dripping right here. All right. This is the pipe that goes to the drain. It goes from here right over like this. And they cut it somewhere in this area right here. And the cut probably didn't go through, so they just fucking twisted it left and right to break it off. And how do I know that? You look at the drain in the bathroom. If you look at the drain in the bathroom that Alicia repaired, that fucking drain has got it's like an alligator, you know, it's all tore up and twisted. So they did it there, they'll do it here. And that's how they snap that 90 like that. That 90 just doesn't snap clear off like that. It cracks, it gives you notice, it starts leaking, you know what I mean? But that thing was, not only was it broken completely off, but it was down 2.5 inches. Somebody pulled. Usually if it cracks, it just stays put and you have a crack. Alright guys, Alicia's got that in, and the light. There's the light. Over here, she's working on this one. Same thing, same light fixture. She's got all this done. Let's look under here. Oh, that looks beautiful too. Look at that. Let me get a picture of that. Okay, that's looking good, Vinny, but if you would, finish your tape off.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to hide all that.
Okay, well, no, finish all your tape off. Finish your tape off there. You're good. You went over the paper down there. You need to go put a piece of tape here over this paper. That way if water goes on the inside, it runs down the paper, not into their paper. Okay, make that correction and you're good. Okay. As it is now, everything is off. I'm going to try to give you a view. I turn that on, they both go on, and then I turn the second switch off, they go off, and then this switch is no longer effective. We got to see what they did here. They've got their combination all screwed up. Brandon, this ain't good. Somebody's going to get killed. Look at this. You have 220 volts. Well, 235 volts on here. Over here, you have 110.
No, you got 0.
Now I got 0. Then if I go to the ground, I've got 120 and 118. Brandon, these guys don't know. Somebody's going to get, right here, is going to get somebody killed when you have 240. Look at that, 236 volts. This will stop your heart. Okay guys, he's got that all done. It looks really good. Now, Alicia's going to patch it. Okay guys, Alicia's getting it. Look how nice that is. Now she's going to put the texture on it. We'll watch her do that part. Me and Benny have been fucking around with something else. But, there she is, using all her shit here. We'll get her when she does the other. So. Alright guys, she's going to try her best to get that. Oh, that looks pretty good, Al. Remember, less is more. Look, can I tell you something? Just knock that edge off, just downward. Okay. How about one little, I mean little blemish. No, I'm talking about right here. That looks good. I wouldn't touch it no more, Al. Put the paint on it, and that's it. Go ahead. What were you going to do? I mean, that looks really good. I think less is more.
Look at that one over there.
Yeah, here's... Yeah, we don't want it to look like this, guys. This is... Let me get a picture of this. Alright, that, to me, is done, Alicia. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you can knock that just down a little bit, maybe. Right here, just a little bit. But, yeah, like that. That's it. And maybe
this?
Just a little bit. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Just, there you go. I'm so happy with that. I'll leave it just like that. Thank you. Yep.
Okay.
Good job, Alicia. Fantastic. Here's a little bit better picture of what happened. See how I got it put together? Look what happened. They pulled that thing apart like crab legs. They were working on the pipe that goes, this belongs up there. They were down and they were right about here, 5 feet away, 6 feet away, and they were playing with it, fixing something, pulling on it. and snapped it, just snapped it, because that pipe goes, you have a lot of space between the stucco and that, and they were probably pushing forward and pulling, trying to break loose or sloppy cut that they did underneath the same way they did in the bathroom. Brandon, this is bad. Originally, all you had was one switch right here, and it was right here, one switch right here with your simple blue and red. Then he added all this stuff. Then he brought it through the attic. Alicia and Vinny are both in the attic right now. Brought it all over into this second box here. Crossed white wires with blue wires and purple. You know, the original was this one right here. And these are all new wires. And inside the attic, there's 4 or 5 junction boxes. This is a mess, Brandon. It's going to take some time to straighten this shit out. I mean, we might have to just get rid of all of what he did and get your 2 things back together and working, and then rerun your 2 fans. I mean, everything's a mess. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to get this gas line fixed up. I think I need to put a 90 on it. It's hitting the back of the stove. So I'm going to take this off, put a 90, and put a gas valve on the end down lower. I needed a 5/8. All they had was a 3/4 like this one. So I'm just going to put a bushing in it and do the same thing as they did. Let's see what I can get done here. Vinny and Alicia are playing in the attic. These guys that wired up those 2 fans, those new fans, they screwed something up there. Anyway, they're trying to figure it out. And the guy admitted that he got over his head, told the management that he got over his head, and that he should have been more open about it, because we didn't have no light fixtures there. Once we put our light fixtures, we didn't think to test it. We just put our light fixtures and turn the switch on, nothing works. Anyway, then he's trying to do that. So I'm working on the gas line to keep out of his hair. And then when he decides he needs my help, I'll help him. Anyway, I'm going to get a wire brush and clean those threads off right there. By the way, I shut the gas off at the meter downstairs. I'll show you when I go down there. Boy, guys, that patch job turned out nice. I'm down here going to the van to get something. I don't know if I can zoom in. But look, there it is. That's beautiful. There's the meters, guys. I turned off D. Luckily, they were labeled right here. That's the house gas right there, and that's D, and A, B, C, and D. So I got that turned off. The way you turn them off is right here. You can see these are on. It's in line. This one is cross. It's off. So with that being said, I almost dropped that. I'm going to get a brush to clean that threads and some tape and some plumber's dope. Okay, guys, I'm going to just clean this up. It's hard to do it with one hand. Vinny and Alicia are up in the attic, so I'm just going to clean this up like that, guys. Okay, guys, this is all I could get at Home Depot, so I have to use a bushing here. They're out of gas lines and gas valves. Anyway, and this one was in a box and they had a SKU number on it. Look at that. Anyway, I just want to see if it's going to fit in. I like to have them like this, but I might have it like that. That way somebody can reach in and turn it off that way. But I just want to see if it's going to fit now. I'm going to put the stove in place and see if it's going to hit. We put it in once and it hit. Alright, guys, I got it all mocked up. I got to take it all apart. It'll be perfect. It'll actually be perfect if I go like that. I might leave it with a little bit of down. If somebody needs to turn it off, they can pull it out, reach there, and pull on that like that. Still be easy to get. You got to have it accessible. But it's going to get around all that. It was hitting before with the valve being up here. It's hitting about right here, barely. I've seen people take a hammer and dent it just to get that extra, but I don't do that shit. All right, I'm gonna get this rigged up right here and get this all taped up and doped up and get it in. We just noticed your GFCIs aren't working either, neither of them. And they ran a Romex from the fans in through here and popped it through. So now you got one of their wires coming in through the GFCI. Man, everything is fucked up, guys. Okay, guys, it's a little sloppy. I'm not gonna worry about it because it's behind the stove. I mean, I don't have no paper towels up here, but I'll find something. Anyway, I'm gonna hook the hose up. Okay, guys, before I do a leak check, I like to get the air out of the line. So I turn it on like that. Now, before I take a cigarette lighter and check that, I'm gonna let it air out for a minute. I'll put some tools over here away. Okay, guys, I turned on the gas. I got everything connected. I forgot to put a plate on here. I'm checking here. Everything is good. Over here as well. Over here is what I'm checking. Everything is good. No open flames. So we're all good. And I don't smell nothing. I just got to get a plate on here, guys. We're going to get in here so we can test the wire. I know that that motor is probably just burned up, but we want to test the wires going to it because I think you had one switch here. When you turn the switch on, it turns the light on over there and it turns the fan exhaust on at the same time. But because it's probably burned up, that's why it's not working when you used it. But that'll tell me once I know if there was one switch. And I know there was one switch because look at the blue box. You have metal boxes throughout the whole place. This has been added and you can see kind of the nice work. You know, Brandon, I don't know how detailed I can get you on, you know, what exactly went wrong. The wires are crossed in several areas and we're just going to have to fix it and he's going to have to deal with what I tell him. Basically, you know, what my explanation is. But to try to document it like this, it's, you know, it's making the job 3 times longer. I'm just going to have to figure it out, troubleshoot it, put the wires back as before, and then try to rerun those. And this is a fan. This is a exhaust fan, and it is wired to the same switch probably. This used to be one switch. Okay, guys, let's go check this stucco. I should have dried by now. It should be. Oh, that looks beautiful. Look at it, guys. Look at that. I just wanted to make sure because I gotta clean this mess up. I gotta sweep it all up. But look at that patch, guys. That really looks good. So look at this last guy's patch over here. Look at that crap. Compared to that. You see how it has the high things here? Same thing here. See, it has it here, it has it. We try to blend and mimic whatever's here. So we try, if it has a little lip on it, we leave a little lip. But has some flat areas, flat areas, flat areas, flat areas. Okay, guys, the stove turned out good. In fact, you can see it from the window. It's all leveled all the way to the wall. We put a level on it this way and we put a level on it that way. I'll go in there and put a level on it and show you. We got it really level good. So now I'm going to just go ahead and clean all this mess up because Vinny and Alicia are doing other things. We're going to stay here late again tonight until about 8 o'clock because of the freeway, especially on a Friday. So, and guys, if you notice, there's no cracks. When you use regular stucco, what happens is when you use regular stucco and you put it all in at once, you get cracks and checks. But when you use one coat stucco from Home Depot, it comes in a bag or a box. I wish I had it here. I'll have to show you. It's in Vinny's van. Look at all this work we've been doing, guys. Look at all that. Anyway, it comes in a box or a bag, and I'm trying to find a level for you, shade of the stove. And you can fill it completely up, one coat. That's what she did. One coat did it. And then the second coat was just the texture over the top. So I hope, let's see, hope this is right. Look at that, dead nuts. And this way too. Look at that. Got that perfect. So anyway, I'm taking pictures of it. Alright guys, I'm going to get busy cleaning up outside. We're going to order, I think we're going to get Grubhub. Then he's got that app. I guess we're going to get like Carl's Jr. or whatever they got around here. We don't know yet. How you doing, bud?
Good.
We're all tired. We've been here since 5:30. Anyway, Vinny learned something today. He was troubleshooting. This guy had a loose neutral. When you would flip the switch on in this bathroom, the light, when you flip the switch on, the light would go dim. So couldn't figure it out. So every time he put his tester on, see, that's what I'm saying. It's one thing to be working for the union and doing all new shit, but it's a whole different ball game doing troubleshooting for residential. Anyway, he had this thing. This thing was reading 119 or 120 at times, but it still wasn't passing current up there. So I actually gave it to him right now, and I bought me a new one. This has a, I call it a vibrator because it vibrates, but it has a solenoid in there. And when he would test with this one, the light, instead of dropping to 120, it was like way up here. The light flickered and you had like just a little bit of voltage. So he went and got his other meter, or mine, the wired one that I have just like it, and it said 120, just like his. But then he put this one on it, and it barely had voltage. It had a voltage drop. And he even plugged the fixture back in, and the fixture was real dim. So usually when that happens, everything's all good now. Him and Alicia found the problem. There was a loose... Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, what that means is when you're taking a reading with this meter and you see 124, or 120 rather, or 119, that's the voltage going to it. But the minute you put resistance on it, or you hook it up to a load, and there's resistance on it, then the voltage drops considerably. And so when your light fixture is off, all you can do is you test the voltage and it says 120, but the minute you turn on the light, you get a voltage drop immediately. That's why your light is dim. But this tells you otherwise. So if your thing is saying 120, but yet it won't turn on a light or the light is dim, put this on here, because this will cause resistance. This will cause, you can see your voltage drop with this guy because it's got a solenoid in there, a vibrator. It vibrates and this thing drops, plunges. And what happens is, so the minute you put this on there, this gives resistance, causing your wire to drop voltage and letting you know, yes, you got 120 there, but when you hook it up to a load, something with resistance, the voltage drops fast. So that meant right away that there was a loose wire somewhere. So Alicia and Vinny got up in the attic and they went through this guy's thing, and there was an open junction box up there. He started down here because he couldn't figure out why one meter says 120 and then this one, when you put resistance to it, dropped. So once we realized that there was a voltage drop going on, he went in the attic with his mom looking for it. And with that being said, They found it. It was a neutral. They use those push-in idea connectors, not swagos or whatever they're called. I like swagos, and I like putting a little tape around the clips too, just for extra precaution. But they use the ones from Idea where they just push in 2, 3, 4, up to 5, and one of those neutrals popped loose. So once they fix that, now they had full power with this right here. This thing would light up all the way down to 120. So you got to have one of these. If you're an electrician or you're doing a lot of electrical, it's nice to have this thing. But if you want to know where the voltage, if you want to know if you're suffering from a voltage drop, then use this one right here. This will say 120, but this will let you know that you really have 120, or if you're having a voltage drop, because this causes resistance. We just ordered Grubhub. It's 8 o'clock at night. This is the one coat stucco patch that I was telling you about. Patch and paint in 2 hours, and it's one coat, and it really does wonders. It comes in a bag too, but and I'm glad I have these LED lights. I got 1 and 2 plus the regular lights, so that way the switch is right here, so when I turn it off, at least when I come in the van, I'm in with this automatic light, which is just a small LED. With that, at least when I open the doors, I'm not in the dark until I get over and turn on the main light. So this way I'm good until I get in there and do the main light. Look how dark it is here, guys. Grubhub is bringing us cheeseburgers, Western cheeseburgers. We had to stay late because this electrical issue that we found knocked the shit out of our time, plus that plumbing, you know. That was all surprise stuff. Tomorrow we got Saturday morning we got a job, a little one. We'll probably be here, I don't know how late, but anyway, with that being said, Vinny will be coming here Monday and Tuesday to finish up all the little things, because I don't have to come back now. Me and Alicia got our own jobs on Monday and Tuesday. Vinny's parked over there. So anyway, oops, I fell, guys, almost. A little tired. I'm 64 years old, I think. So anyway, all right, guys, Alicia's in the attic tidying up. I gotta show you what we found up there and what the problem was. These guys put wiring. When Alicia gets down, I'll have her pull up her pictures. Basically, they used those connector push-ins, not the swagos with the lever, but the push-ins from Idea, and they didn't put connectors on the box. And I think when they were up there doing all their work, they kicked one of the wires, and it may have been working when they left, but eventually that neutral started sizzling. And when we finally put the 2 lights on in the bathrooms, hey, did you have a picture of that, Vinny? Or is it on your mom's phone? Oh, okay. Anyway, when we put the 2 light fixtures on, whenever we turned one or the other, the light would draw down.
You want to put the other GFC in the other bathroom? I just did that one in here.
Oh, why did you put a new one in there?
This one was tripping too.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, yeah, let's try it. All right, Al, when you have a chance, you just got out of the attic. She just got out of the attic. Hey, can you show me a picture of that box that you had to fix up there? Yeah, thank you. Guys, this is what Alicia was up there fixing. This thing was pulled out of the box with no connector on either side. The neutral was pulled out. The other box had no lid either. This had no lid, or the other one. Management is pissed off at these guys. Anyway, she went in there and took those wires apart, split them, put 2 connectors. Look, guys, we got Grubhub. They delivered it to us here. So we got burgers and all that shit. She didn't get a finishing picture. Right? Oh, sorry, babe. Don't worry about it. They think No pictures for them. Fuck them, right?
And then no burger.
Yeah, no picture, no burger, Al.
Okay, at least 500.
Okay, no, you don't. I'm the one that needs to lose weight. Okay, guys, we're gonna do a little dinner here. Okay, guys, what we did was that little inspection hole we made. We went in and put a cover on it, like a patch. That way, if there's ever a leak in there again, we can just pull that cover off and check in there with the camera again. But everything's back to normal there. So, but it's 9 o'clock, guys. 9 p.m. Hey guys, it's almost 10 o'clock in the evening. We're running the dishwasher, checking it for leaks, making sure it runs good, and it discharges good, and it does. And we're cleaning up as we go. I might have Alicia put this together before we go because I don't need to come back. It's going to be Vinny for the next couple days. We've got like to finish these knobs. These take longer screws here, but he put on what he could, especially in the bathroom. So I don't have to come here no more, neither does Alicia, but she knows how these go. So I'm gonna, before we leave tonight, we'll put those on. Boy, I'm glad I don't have to haul this shit. I don't haul shit. They all know that. If they have a dumpster, I put it in their dumpster. If they don't want me filling up their dumpster, like over here, they don't want us to fill up their dumpster because the tenants cry. And rightfully so. So we just pile it up here, and he has a guy, one of his gardeners, I think, that'll come over here for I don't know how much, haul it off. We're not set up for hauling. Can you imagine if I had to fill up both of our vans like this and then go to the dump? I'd have to be at the dump. I think it's like $75 minimum at our dump, plus the time to wait in line. He'd be getting a big bill from me. But I just won't do it, period. If they don't like that, then we don't work. Here's some more shit. We got all that out. A lot of work, guys. A lot of work. We're going to hang our mirrors. Our mirrors are already hung. We took them down while we were doing the lights so we didn't fuck them up. We put on our light fixtures. We took the mirrors off for a while to make those straight. That's Alicia's patchwork to the right. It looks beautiful, like nobody's been there. Look at that. Toilet, cocked it. Towel bars, toilet paper, ring over here. Then you just put the mirror back, I think. Yeah, mirrors back up, light fixtures on, everything here, doing good. What else? Well, we're gonna try to wrap it up in the next 30 minutes. Oh, Alicia's down there putting the light on. Look. She's always working, this girl. Working her ass off. Look at her. Putting the light fixture on over there. Vinny, if you would, could you please open up all that stove stuff so she can put it in place for you? That way you don't have to deal with it. And then we're going home. So, open that all up. Oh, put the mirror in. I mean the screen back in. Just open the window, it goes on from the inside. And we'll go from there, guys. Shit, always keep your Bayer on board.